Welcome to topic 3.2. In this video, we are going to be learning how to do general percentage problems. So in section 3.1, we learned how to convert between different forms. Now we're going to apply that and find actual percentages of numbers. So in this section, we will see two types of problems to compute this general percentages. So the first kind of problem you'll see is something like this. What is 25% of 8? Now, this can be kind of confusing when you're first looking at it. You're like, what exactly am I finding? What am I doing? What does this mean? So what this is telling us, or what this is asking us, is if we take 8 and take away 75% of it, what is left? Or in other words, what is a fourth, because we know 1/4 is 25% of 8. And to find that out, you simply just take this 25%, convert it into a decimal, and then you multiply that decimal by 8, which will get you 2. Now, our second type of problem that you'll see is something like this. 40 is what percent of 70? So in this kind of problem, percentage is calculated by using this formula. So we have part over whole times 100. So if we want to use these numbers, we're going to say 40 is part and the 70 is whole. And then we're going to multiply that by 100, and you're going to get 57.14%. And essentially what this is meaning, this part is saying, well, we have the 70% here. And we want to know if we were to take this original number, 70, and change it to 40, what's the percentage, or what's the percentage change between these two numbers? So original number is 70, we're going to put that on the bottom, and then we got 40, so we're going to put that on the top. And then we multiply by 100, and you get the percentage. So with that being said, let's work through some problems. So in example 1, we are asked, what is 10% of 40? Now I encourage you to pause the video, and assuming you have worked through it, let's go through it together. Now the first thing we have to figure out is what type of problem do we have here? Do we have type 1 or do we have the type 2? And we have the type 1 kind of problem, where we're asked to find, where we're given a percentage, and you have to find the percentage of a given number. So we have the given number 40, and we have to find out what 10% of 40 is. Now to do that, as we've seen above, you're going to take this 10% and convert that into a decimal, which is 0.10. And then you're going to take that decimal, 0.10, and you're going to multiply it by 40, which that'll give you 4. So 4 is 10% of 40. Now going through example 2, I encourage you to pause the video and try this on your own. And as soon as you have worked through it, let's work through it together. So we have 35%. So let's convert that into a decimal. That's going to be 0.35. Now let's take that 0.35 and multiply it by 67. And 0.35 times 67 is going to be 23.45%. Oh, not percent. My apologies. We are not solving for a percent. There we go. So in example 3, we are asked what is 112% of 82. Now we have to convert 112% into a decimal, and that is going to be 1.12. So we're going to take that 1.12 and multiply it by 82. Wow. What is MSC2? Oh, wow. Okay. So 1.12 times 82 is 91.84. Now, for number 4, we are asked what is 6% of 15? Now, 6% in a decimal is 0.06. Now, multiplying 0.06 to 15, that is going to get us 0.9. So 0.9 is 6% of 15. Now, moving on to example 5, we have a different type of problem. So I encourage you to pause the video on your own and see if you can get it right for the first time. Now, let's work through it together. So we have 5 is what percent of 30. In other words, this is asking us if we take 5 out of 30, how much percent is that? So we're going to have to use this formula here. Part over whole times 100, like how we've seen in this problem above. So we know that the whole, or the starting number, or the original number is 30. So we're going to put this under 30. Or in the denominator, we're going to have 30. And then in the numerator, we're going to put 5. And then we're going to multiply that by 100. So we're going to do 5 divided by 30, which is 0.16, repeating. And then you're going to multiply that by 100, which will get you approximately 16.67%. Moving on to example 6, I encourage you to pause the video and try this on your own. And assuming you have worked through it, let's try it together. So 40 is our original number, so we're going to put that in the denominator. And then 17 is our new number, so we're going to put that on top. And then we're going to multiply by 100. Now 17 divided by 40 is 0.425. We're going to multiply that by 100 to get us our percentage. And our percentage is 42.5%. Now looking at example 7, we have 110 is what percent of 70. So 70 is our original value. So we're going to put that in the denominator. And 110 is our new value. So we're going to put that in the numerator. And then we're going to multiply by 100. Now 110 divided by 70 is a long decimal. It is 1.57142857 1. And then we're going to multiply that by 100. And then I'll get you 157.14%. I should say one mistake that I have been doing that I should point it out earlier is that we want to say this is approximately. And to say, whenever you see these squiggly lines here, this means approximately. Because we are rounding, so our answers aren't actually exact. So, looking at example 8, I encourage you to pause the video and try this on your own. Now, assuming you have worked through it, let's work through it together. So this one's worded a little bit differently in a different order, which makes you really think about how to actually use this formula. So we have what percent of 23 is 5. So if you think from a moment, what is our original number, or what number will go in the denominator? In this case, it's going to be 23, because we're saying what percent of 23 is 5. Or in other words, if we take 5 away from 23, how much percent is that? So we're going to put 23. We're going to put 23 in the numerator, or in the denominator. And then in the numerator, we're going to put 5. And we're going to multiply by 100. And 5 divided by 23 is 0.217391304. Then we'll multiply that by 100, and that will get you 21.74%. Thank you, and I can't wait to see you for topic 3.3.